All right, let's do some Q&A. So I got a few new comments on the channel, and it was about time that we did a follow-up Q&A because I haven't done the Q&A in a while. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, we need some follow-up. And how did we go to video 12? What happened to vlog 11? What happened to that one? Well, here's the missing vlog, right? One of the little known facts about Wiscasset that most people don't realize or don't know is the Wiscasset Antiques Mall. Right there, that sign that you saw on the thumbnail. Yes, Barbra Streisand's dog peed there. And yeah, so it's one of those things. They're proud of it. They're big Barbra Streisand fans at the antique mall, I guess. But yeah, I thought that would be a great thumbnail. Kind of eye-catchy, you know. And then of course the sports theme vlog number on the back of the jersey. I think that was, yeah, it was artistic in a way. But this is the missing vlog, vlog 11, right? Let's start out with the first comment. Della Fortin. Della says, this is very helpful information. We're in New Hampshire but love Maine and its coastline more. As you know, the real estate market is very high right now. Waiting to see what will happen in early 2020s. 2020 is almost over. This was an older comment. It was 3 weeks ago, but I don't know what 2023 is going to hold. I don't think it's looking good. They're trying to say that this is not, the current administration's trying not to say that this is a recession. They're calling it something else and trying to hide a recession. They can't hide a depression. And I say it's moving towards that, not to scare anyone. I'm not trying to scare anyone or make any false predictions or anything like that. I'm just telling you facts, okay? I work in the post office. We get Amazon delivered daily, okay? As the Amazon begins to shrink, that means less of you are spending money ordering presents and things to send to each other and gifts and whatever else, right? Dog food, diapers, what have you. The less money that's being spent on that stuff means there's less money in the economy, which is not a good thing. It means the recession's moving towards a depression. People aren't spending money. People don't have money to spend. Also, my buddy works for UPS, the United Postal Service, you know, the brown shirt guys. He normally gets there at 11 o'clock every day to drop the excess Amazon. Well, he got there at 1 o'clock. So I opened the door. I go, oh, I thought you were the bread man, you know, because he showed up at 1 o'clock. I said, what's the deal? And he says, they hired a guy to do that area, to do that part of the route, and then they let him go 2 weeks ago. They just laid him off. So you've got for-profit logistics companies that are laying people off. That's not a good thing, okay? UPS was like dying like the post office. They really wanted help this summer, and now they just hired somebody and let somebody go. That doesn't make any sense. BIW is still hiring, but that's only because they ran into a tax issue with the town of Bath. They were promised a certain number of hirees, and they got a deep discount on their taxes. And when the city of Bath found out that they hadn't hired that many people, they got into them and said, oh, your tax bill is going to be like outrageous if you don't get that other 3,000 people hired that you promised. So that's why the hiring campaign's been going on up there. So if you really need a job and you don't mind working in the yard, working on shifts, working around grumpy people, because let's face it, that's probably not a great life, all right? My father worked for the yard many years ago and he didn't like it. He always come home and he tired and pissed off, so I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's that great of a work-life balance. But if you really need a job that's paying 25 bucks an hour, there you go, the yard. And they'll teach you, they'll train you right now. If you want to learn wiring or, you know, that's what my nephew's doing. He's making 25 bucks an hour. Better get in while it's good. Jump in there. Know this, if we do head into a depression from the recession they're trying to hide, guess who's going to get hurt? All the people staying at home sitting on their fannies. Your check is not going to increase because they don't have the money to give you. That's what's causing the inflation, is the free money. Janine Douglas says, looks like easy peasy life in rural Maine is going to survive. Believe it or not, I was raised in West Palm Beach, Florida, with shell roads and total country rural. Progress is not always our friend. That's right. And then she said something about the manatees. You're right, but the reason I moved back here is because I'm from here. I'm from Maine, I mean, I grew up here. I actually went to high school in Limestone, northern Maine. And yeah, I'm here because I love Maine, because when I was a kid, growing up here, I loved it. And I knew it would be a safer place for my family. Let's face it, if this thing goes into full-blown depression, right? The more neighbors you have, the more enemies you have. Because when people start to starve, they're going to do horrible things like break in your house and steal from you. Steal your food pantry, steal whatever, all right? People do horrible things when they start to starve. Ask people who survived the Holocaust what their fellow Jews did to them in the Holocaust camps out of starvation, out of hunger. Not because they were just bad people to begin with, but just the desperation, okay? You've got to take in, look at the big picture. If it's just you and your spouse, you got no kids, they're all moved out or whatever, and you want to take your chances, go for it, But if you got kids, you better move someplace where, people are like, it's too far of a walk or too far of a drive to go bother them, right? That's why I'm out in the woods. I got no neighbors out here. Nobody sees my house. Nobody knows I'm here. They all drive by my road. That's the whole point. Patience L. Calderon commented, Frank, thanks so much for doing the demo of how you edit your videos. I truly appreciate how attentive you are to us viewers. Hey, that's what I'm here for. That's the whole reason I joined YouTube. I started in 2016 with a lot of these other guys that are really successful, really big now, because they kept going. I was working an 18-hour job and running a carpet cleaning business in Texas. So no, I didn't have the time to do it like they did. But, at the same time, I'm not one of those people that follows the latest trend on YouTube. Like everybody's like, oh, you just got to upload every single day and all this other crap. That's crap. Because if you upload every single day and your videos don't have any real content and they're not helping anyone, you're just being a Paris Hilton on here. Oh, look at me. Oh, we're going to the gym. Oh, we're going to go get our nails done. A day in the life of this person or that person. It's just not cutting it, all right? You'll get burned out real quick, and we're all busy. So I make useful content for people who are interested in moving to Maine. I didn't choose this niche in particular. I was doing more of the video editing because I like that. I like video editing, and I like the idea of helping people make creative home videos. I still may do some of those videos, but there are other people that do them way better, like my buddy Daniel Batal. He does awesome short tutorials, to the point, very punchy, very quick, and very clean and professional, very fast. You don't get bored. You don't have time to get bored. That's what I love about Dan. He just knocks them out of the park, all right? The stuff that I'm covering in here is pretty much the day-to-day changes. As life throws us a curveball, I'll try and, find a silver lining and help you out the best that I can, okay? Next question. And if I didn't cover that enough, please leave a comment and I'll cover it in the next video. Oh, Nikki, that's right. Nikki Venable, you're the one who asked me about politics. That's right. You're absolutely right. You are having a contractor and you're going to build in the Herman Bangor area and you're excited. The video about the food prices was super helpful. I will do a follow-up on that. Know this, Shaw's, they're just gouging people, all right? Shaw's is not the best place to shop. Go to Independent Grocers Association, IGA. Yes, I had a viewer comment on that, and I'm like, yeah, I know what IGA is. Most of you don't, but it means Independent Grocers Association, so yeah, they're family run and they're private. I do a lot of shopping through them. We just got a Sam's membership last week, and been loving that because I got like a ton of paper towels because I love paper towels, and I got them for like 18 bucks. So I'm like, whoa, I got like, I don't know, 3 times the amount that you would get at Shaw's for 20 bucks. I got 3 times the amount of paper towels, and they're good quality. So I'm happy with Sam's Club, whatever it is, members mark, their brand. It works for me. Just Duck commented, hey Frank, thanks for another video. We moved to the county, up there in Aroostook County. Okay. And I have been watching all your videos. Get ready to move here. Congrats on quitting smoking. That's right. Thank you, Just Duck, for pointing that out. September 3rd, I quit smoking. Yes, it was a nasty habit. I'm really sorry, but I did it, and I don't regret it. I'm not going back. Right, let's go on to the next question. Thank you, Just Duck. I appreciate that. was very supportive, and I'm happy that I quit smoking. So thank you for your comment. I really love that. Thanks, Nikki. You're awesome too. I appreciate it. AB replied, Frank, don't forget to have your property surveyed. I didn't mention that, but that's a very good point. You don't want to have any issues. Sometimes the landlines are questionable, and the people that are here, they didn't really communicate with the neighbors. They think the property line's actually here. You think it's here. Get a survey done so that you don't think you know. All right. The last thing you want to do is fight with your neighbor, having to go to court over property boundaries. It's kind of dumb. And when you go to sell, it's better to have an accurate representation of the property, especially since your survey has to be on file. It has to be on record. Okay. Casey Carroll commented, you still liking it out in Maine? I love it. As I said before, I'm from here. So this is, oops, sorry about that. I'm from here. So yeah, I grew up here. So of course I'm loving it. I'm not leaving. I came back home from Texas. This is where I'm from. All right. This is where I belong. On a note about people returning to their home, right? Returning to the nest, not to my mother's house, but you know what I'm saying. Returning home. Casey Neistat went back to New York City just recently, which I knew he would do. For some reason, I told my wife that a long time ago. He's going to go back to New York. I said he's not going to love California. California's great for the weather for a while, but if you're not from there, you just don't think the way the people do. You don't flow the way they do. People in a certain area, and this is true of every place I've ever lived, because I was in the military for 21 years. There's a picture of me in the Army. I'll leave it up there for a couple seconds. But yeah, that was me in Iraq. And I've lived in Georgia, I've lived in Florida, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in California and San Bernardino with my uncle for a couple weeks. People are different everywhere I go in the United States. Not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just, you know, culturally, what do you call it? The Southern manners and all this other stuff, and the way people are raised. It's different, all right? It's totally different. And you're going to find that everywhere you go. And if you're not used to something, something might not make sense to you. And just the way people do stuff, and it might annoy you. But I don't know. I'm not used to that. Texas, they say howdy to everybody, hello, and you know, all that. In New England, you walk down the street in New York, out in Massachusetts and Boston or something like that, people aren't, you know, hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Well, you're a total stranger. People are busy. Just head down, keep walking. It's cold out. Usually they're not going to stop and make chit chat, you know, if they don't know you, unless they're trying to rob you. But normally people aren't going to talk to you. They're too busy up here. And it's not rude. It's just, you're a New Englander, you know, hey, people are busy, you know. Ain't got time to make a new friend. If I want to make a new friend, I'll get me a dog, right? But yeah, that's one of the differences you'll notice. Other places are really super friendly like that. Up here, where it's a little bit more cold, more reserved, people are like, you know, hey, they don't make change on the street, stuff like that, you know. They're not being rude when you ask, hey, you got change for 20? They're like, what am I, a bank? No, it's not wise to take and pull your wallet out, especially for somebody you don't even know. You could get robbed. Sharon Joaquim commented, thank you, Frank. My family and I have been thinking about moving to the New England area. We are Floridians and natives, and you are correct. It's getting hot here. And when I go outside, the comment got cut off. I'll look at it in a little bit. And then I guess she liked the winter. Probably the cool hand loop thing that I did on that. But yeah, Florida's getting hotter. It's hot, it's humid. It rains every day at like 3 o'clock. People steal stuff off your vehicle when you go to the mall. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's not ideal. Next question. Northwest Sunshine Patriot commented, thinking about relocating. This was useful info. Good tip on the VA loan. Maybe I'll become a licensed VA appraiser and head that way. That is a great job up here. And you will be able to make your own hours because they don't have VA appraisers, especially if you can get in with USAA, because they do a lot of veterans. And of all the veterans up here, most of them use USAA or like the Navy Federal Credit Union. Get your card, right? When you get a licensed appraiser, give your card to the Navy Federal Credit Union people, right? And to USAA. Make certain you get on good terms and first name basis and all that, and let them know, hey, I want to be a USA appraiser, hey, I want to be a Navy Federal appraiser, whatever, and then they'll be calling you every time a veteran wants to get a home, okay? And there's National Guard people up here, right? They have the Armory up there in Augusta and a few other places. Those National Guard people are entitled to VA loans too, and you could give them, you could get a referral type thing, where you give them USA's info or whatever, because they're a soldier now, and you could get referrals. They'll call you and like, oh yeah, this is our appraiser, and it'll help you out. So it's something to keep in mind, but that's a very good career field. All right, Heather Wilson commented, hi, I'm from England. I knew you at RAF, Royal Air Force, Weathersfield. Oh, we rarely get snow here in the winter anymore. Best wishes, Christy Bramer. Wow, Heather, talk about a blast from the past. That was like when I was like, I don't know, 12 or 14. That was a long time ago. Wow. Well, it's good to hear from you. I can't believe you found me through my YouTube channel. That's crazy, right? Wow, that's almost 20 years ago. That's pretty exciting. All right, next question. All right, sun's going down. I'm going to do one more question. And that was on the food prices, right? They wanted a review of the food prices. I did one early in the year. Let's do a follow-up on that right now and close out the video, all right? So I'm going to go check food prices at, I'll try 2 or 3 different stores, all right? So let's head out to Dollar General real quick. We're going inside. Take a look. All right. Check a couple prices down this way, if I remember correctly. Hey, hey. And we have this at Shaw's. Mayo is $5, $4.95. Ketchup, $1.50 for Hunt's. That's pretty good. And yellow mustard, $2.20. These prices are really good. Soda, if you drink soda, $5.85 for an 8-pack. Not too bad, right? They've got ice cream. I don't think they carry milk here. They do have cereal though. Maybe they do have milk. Let's take a look. Yeah, they have milk. And the milk is here we go. $4.85, $4.75 for whole milk. So Dollar General's not too bad. They have good prices on a few of these things. Egg rolls and stuff, snack things, $7.50. That's kind of high, I think. Yeah, so drumsticks are $7.15 here. So some things are outrageous at the dollar store, while others are like really incredibly great bargains. 3 for $12 on these. There's Diet Coke, Zero, Fanta, and Sprite. So, and these are $2.20 a bottle. I don't know if that's high or low. Oh, wait a second, here's something I like. Oh, this is a good price, $3.85 for 100% cranberry juice. I love this. I drink it. This is me. I like 100% cranberry. Oh, they even got the other ones, but those are cocktails. All right, come down here to get some other things. They do have some plates. And paper plates, for those of you going to be settling in, $6.95 for 48 plates. Not the best bargain. Get yourself a Sam's membership. We'll have to go in there and I'll show you the bargains on those. The paper towels over there are amazing. I got, with the members mark paper towels, I got, you see that big bundle up there? at the top. 8 equals 20, 8 rolls. I think I got 3 times that, or 2 times that. Yeah, like 2 of those together, like 16 of them for 18 something. So, and they're high quality, they're really good towels. So it's like, great. I'll be buying those from now on. If you remember the last time I was in Hannaford's, we did the initial price check on stuff. I had to wear a mask. Now, not so much. And I started out, I think, over here at the Salads the last time. They've got the 2 for $5 now, or $3.99 normally, but they have a sale now, right? So there's our produce. And it's $5.57. $0.93 a pound, not too bad. And then over here, hamburger, $10.69 for that little thing right there. Prices are similar, I'm sure, in your area where you're at. Let's see, steaks. Okay, here's Angus ribeye, Angus beef. Boneless ribeye, $10.72. And that is pretty thick. It's pretty nice. Let's go check the milk and see what we have for milk. The dairy section is going to be all the way down. My battery's about to die, so I got to hurry this up. I don't think I'm going to make Walmart. We'll try, but I don't think we will. This might be it. All right, so the last time we were here, we checked on cat food. Remember, cat food was hard to get. And it looks like, oh, they do have it. Look at this, $18.99. This is the one my cat eats, but they never had it in stock. They've got it now, that's good. And we wanted to look at the milk. All right, so Hood milk, $4.35 over here. Yep, $5.10 for the whole milk. It looks like they do charge more for the milk that has more fat. This one's 1% for $4.35. So you've got 1% for $4.35. Whole milk is $5.10. And then that's their store brand, which is $4.50 for 2%. So what do you think? Prices any different where you live, or are they similar? Probably similar, right? Let me check one more thing. The yogurt over here. Baby yogurt here is $4.79. I think that's kind of the going rate. But yeah, this is the prices. Oh, let's go check the ketchup and the mustard and that other stuff. I don't know how much time I got left. We'll see in just a moment. All right. These guys don't even carry my kids' brand of peanut butter, so that's kind of unfair. Dollar General's kind of smart in carrying that brand. Bread, depends what you want. If you like the fancy stuff, you can get it for $3.49, the farmhouse potato bread. My kids like this. This is $3.49 a loaf for this bread right here. It used to be like, oh, this used to be really cheap, but now it's like $3.49. And they have Sara Lee right next to it, two for $5. My kids are so picky though, so they stick with certain things. If your kids aren't picky or you're not picky, you should be able to save money. All right, let's end it right here.